So today we took delivery of this beautiful 1968 Shelby Cobra. This car is amazing. So as you can see, there's a lot of scratches and swirls all over this vehicle, and these black stripes really do show those scratches. If you see right here, you see a lot of scratching, a lot of marring, and this comes from when they used a wool pad in order to buff it and get the paint nice and smooth. So unfortunately, we're here today to correct that, and we're going to be correcting it using our V36 and our cutting pad, and we're going to be correcting it using our V38 and our polishing pad. So the first step is to make sure that the vehicle is washed and clayed. In this case, this vehicle has been washed and clayed beforehand. And I'm going to be using my orange cutting pad. This is the hex-logic cutting pad, fresh out of the package. I'll be using my Torq 10FX. So now that you have the pad nice and centered, we're going to be using our cutting compound. In this case, we're going to be using our V36 light cutting compound. I'm going to be cutting lightly into the paint to help remove those deeper scratches and swirls. And then once you have the compound onto the pad, we're going to spray it twice with our polishing pad conditioner to prime the pad. And then you're going to want to spread it out in the area you're going to work on. So just to get a nice 50-50 difference, I'm going to be working on this side, and I'm going to leave this side untouched. Once you spread the compound out, once you blot it onto the surface, you're going to turn it up to the lowest speed setting. And you're going to spread out the compound at the lowest speed setting. So once the compound's nice and spread out, you're going to turn up to the machine to speed setting 6 or speed setting 40 on the Torq 10FX. All right, once you work the compound to a clear state like it is right here, you grab yourself a microfiber towel and you buff off. Perfect. So once you buff off the compound, you want to inspect your results. In this case, a lot of the scratches and swirls are gone, which is good. But there's still a little bit of micro marring that's left when using any kind of cutting compound. So in this case, you always want to finish off with a nice fine polish. So that's when V38 comes in. So we're going to be using a white hex-logic polishing pad with our V38 to clear up a lot of this micro marring and also bring out a nice high shine. Just apply a few pea-sized drops onto your pad, and then be sure to prime it with your polishing pad conditioner. And again, you're going to repeat the same process. You're going to spread it out to the area that you're working on. Spread it out at the lowest speed setting. And of course, once you do that, again, you're going to turn up your machine to the highest speed setting. In this case, it's speed setting 40 or speed setting 6 if you're using other machines. So once you finish polishing with V38, grab yourself a fresh microfiber towel. I'm going to buff off, see what kind of results you get. And I can already see a huge difference between this and this. This looks a little bit distorted, it's a little bit gray, a lot of deeper scratches and swirls are on there. This is nice, slick, just the way it's supposed to look.